On today's pod, Kanye goes crazy, Tom Cruise goes to space, and Ellen DeGeneres gets robbed. Let's get rockin'.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, hey, Johnny, what's up?
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
Yeah, well, you know, that's just like your opinion, man.
At no point were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
I knew it. I'm surrounded by assholes.
I award you no point.
Wow. And may God have mercy on your soul.
Hiya, and welcome to Pool Boy Radio. We are recording on July 26th, Sunday.
Time just continues to pass.
I'm Henry O'Shea, joined as always by the big man himself, Jack O'Shea.
That's me, baby.
How we doing, Chief?
I'm doing good. I'm a little bit pissed off right now.
I'm pretty upset. I don't know if you guys can hear it in the tone of my voice, but I'm upset. I'm angry.
We're live right now. We were just
not okay.
We're live right now on Twitch. We were just live on TikTok, and if you were following us on the TikTok live, you know that Henry was nominated for an Emmy.
A real Emmy. And it sounds funny, doesn't it?
I know what you're thinking.
But it was real.
You're thinking Henry was nominated?
Yeah.
Henry?
How is that possible with everything that Jack has to offer, with the five-tool player that he is?
I'm a triple threat.
The Henstead gets the first Emmy out of the fam?
Hen is the first one.
Who would have thought?
And you know, some people say it's an honor just to be nominated. Bullshit. Wins or bust. Like if you had first or last, I think I feel like that. I feel like you feel like that, right?
Yeah. Well, first off, like, you know, for a lot of people, it's like I was the first one in my family to go to college. You know, and we were probably like the 18th or 19th people. You know, we had uncles and aunts.
We got a big family,
cousins. People went to school. You know, we weren't. That wasn't a big.
We're second or third generation. Whatever. I don't know what the exact number is, but it's like
people were doing stuff. We're not like these, you know, pioneers.
We came after. Our parents were the ones where it was like, wow,
they're going to college. Yeah,
and now for us, then it was sort of
you
just
better go to college. You're going to go to college.
It was like, well, you're better going to go to college.
Yeah. And then, so I didn't really have that moment. For me now, this is kind of I'm the first one in my family to be nominated for an Emmy.
You're the first one.
And I beat you.
Yeah.
Jack, how many Emmy nods for Jack? Goose egg. How many for Henry?
No, Henry's right.
Uno.
I have not been nominated for
I didn't throw this in your face at all. I just wanted to do it in a public forum.
But I guess the more important thing to point out is Henry did lose.
I lost.
So the past hour and a half has been the daytime Emmy specific show for children's animation and yeah,
it's like basically children and lifestyle. You know, all the Emmys that usually are in prime time that people are like, what's going to win? The Helpsters or Blue's Clues and You? And like, you know, usually have like an RDJ or someone from the Avengers cast announcing these awards, but they decided because of COVID, we're going to do it at 5 o'clock in July.
And we're going to tell them who won.
Yeah.
And it's, you know, for most of our demo, you know, for our demo, these are shows that you've never heard of. But for
I don't even know if a lot of people know that I work on a kids' TV show.
Yeah, he works for Ryan's Mystery Playdate. He's a big deal there. It's an amazing show.
It's the number one preschool show in the United States, Canada, Australia, and England. But that's not, again, I don't want to brag.
Apparently not enough for the Academy.
Not even close, apparently.
And Sesame Street won your
Emmy. They kicked
Emmy.
her ass. Sesame Street won, I think, 7 Emmys tonight out of about 15.
They swept.
They didn't lose. It was their 50th anniversary. We were going up against the Juggernaut. We were David. They were Goliath. And we forgot our stones. We forgot our slingshot.
They were Lord of the Rings, Return of the King.
Yeah.
And you were like...
What else was nominated that year?
Fucking, you know, Good Night and Good Luck. You were a George Clooney directed...
Yes.
Film.
Yeah, black and white, I believe.
You were a black and white George Clooney directed film.
About the spread of the hunt for communists in the U.S. in the 40s, was it the 30s? I forget when McCarthy was a thing.
And Michaela commented in the chat. She said, "Cancel the street," and I'm with them. And I think if this means anything, Henry, it means that like hasn't Sesame Street one had their time, and two, how have we not canceled Sesame Street?
I don't know. I feel like they've done enough. I mean, countless blackface episodes. Countless rape jokes. Half of Sesame Street is rape jokes.
The whole thing's one big one.
And half of it, like, I mean...
I'm going to point this out. The biggest toy when we were children was a doll called Tickle Me Elmo. Is that really?
Do we need to say anything more?
Do we need to say anything more about that?
There need to be a conversation.
Is that not enough? Like,
we heard the stuff about Harvey Weinstein. He's gone.
Let's have
canceled. He's going to the Slammer. We've heard so much about Sesame Street, and still we remain silent. So I don't know.
Let's teach people that tickling is normal.
Yeah, let's tell kids that strangers can come and
they can tickle you. That's what the dolls.
I fell for that a couple times. Tell you what.
Yeah.
I'm laughing, and then my parents went over saying, "Who's this guy?"
Yeah.
Sesame Street told me that he could tickle me.
Big Bird said that.
They said he could tickle me.
Just cancel the street, cancel them, get them out of here. I don't know. I'm very upset because it would have been really cool. Big Bird does huff paint GAM 640. They're puppets. It's just bullshit, and I'm very upset about it. And I am offended that they won, and I think that you were robbed. And it was. Cancel the street.
It just doesn't seem like justice in a country where we, law and order. We try to always, if you deserve something, you get it. For the most part. And I'm not a participation trophy kind of guy.
What the fuck does Big Bird deserve?
Not the way I was raised, but it hurts. I guess at a certain point, it's hard to talk about because I just would have. I mean, in all honesty, had we won and had I gotten an Emmy, it just would have been the funniest thing ever. I would have had an Emmy. What are we talking about?
This entire
I'd have a gold, like a statue.
This would have been a very different podcast.
What are we talking about?
We would have.
What world?
All of our accounts would have. Right now, all of our accounts are your stepdad's favorite, whatever. Which, by the way, I'm thinking about changing to your stepmom's.
Nice.
Just because for the sex appeal. Mm-hmm. But I would probably change it to Emmy nominated. Emmy winning.
Like, what do you put it? Show. What do you do with it? Just put it on the shelf?
Well, when you're really
people
cool,
would think it was fake, probably.
When you're really cool, you're like, I use it as a paperweight.
Oh, yeah, use it as paper.
This whole thing?
It holds my paper down when I need to hold my paper down.
These awards mean fucking nothing to me. I just make children's shows for the passion of making shows for children.
The love. I honestly didn't even know that we could get nominated. When I was told we were nominated, I was like, oh, so I didn't know. I don't really know a lot about the Emmys. Apparently, there's a lot of Emmys. There's like hundreds of them. And we still couldn't get one. But hey, there's always next year.
There were like 95 awards today.
Yeah, there's so many today. We were the last award announced, by the way, which I think makes you... I think that's the most important, right?
They announced Best Picture last.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure that means we're the most important. So
they usually announce like Best Supporting Actress first, which always was like...
Yeah, it's kind of a dig.
Yeah, kind of a
They go like Supporting Actress, Supporting Actor, and then it's like shit for an hour and 45 minutes, and then you get back to actor and movie.
Here's editing, or here's sound, and then here's sound design.
Yeah, so we have 2 sound awards. I get the sound guys. It's very tough.
What boom operator lobbied for that?
Yeah,
what boom operator bitched enough that they're like...
It's tricky. I like the costume awards because it's fun getting to see all the different movies. Like, I've never seen any of the movies that are nominated for costumes. It's usually just period pieces. Make a movie about like 1890s England. You got a nod for that.
Yeah.
You got a nod for that. Real quick, back to tickling. Tickle Me Elmo. That I was just thinking of something. Did you ever see that documentary where they like the tickle thing? I think it's just called Tickle.
Yeah, wait, it was is it Japan?
No, it's like I think it's the US. It's like this weird community of online rich people who like pay to it's like a competition where you like try to get tickled as long as you can, maybe without laughing. I don't know what it is, and then people like buy it and watch it as porn.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
It's weird, right?
Everybody's got a different fetish. I have fetishes.
The tickle thing, like,
the tickling thing. It is.
Does tickling work? Like, if you're getting tortured and you tickle somebody, will they still laugh? What a horror trick, movie. God, to just like to put that in, like have that be a human thing. Is that an animal thing? Can you tickle animals?
Will
they laugh?
What a horror movie that is.
Yeah, I know, right?
To be tickled to death would be maybe my biggest nightmare, because I actually don't love being tickled.
Who does? I fucking hate it.
Well, when you're a kid, I feel like it's fun.
Like when you're a kid, your dad grabs your knee in that certain spot that like makes you... What the fuck's up with that spot, man?
I don't know.
I never learned about that spot on my knee that makes me laugh.
Why aren't we learning about that in schools?
Well,
why does this spot...
I've taken entry anatomy, like, basic stuff. I can name you some bones.
Does under here still tickle? When you're a kid, I feel like that tickles a fuck ton.
Armpit used to... I think once you get some hair in the armpit, maybe it's kind of like a buffer, tickle buffer.
I feel like I've used enough speed stick Irish Spring.
Yeah, to just kill the armpit.
I killed all my sensitivity there.
There should be a thing that just, like, wipes out every... I don't know what it is. Whatever's in your armpit that makes you smell and sweat and all that. There should just be a thing that just stops it.
Antiperspirant.
No, but like forever.
That's what deodorant does.
No, but like forever.
Oh, forever?
You know what I mean? Something just like burns. Like, I don't care if it works in here. Does your armpit do something? I'm sure it does.
I swear to God that you can get something where they like laser it or they needle it and you get rid of your sweat glands there. Babe, didn't you do that?
That's rough. That's rough. I don't know.
She's not paying attention.
I don't know if... I guess that would be worth it. If you have to go shaved, no. I wouldn't want totally shaved armpits.
Yeah. Although every now and then I'll buzz my armpits because they'll get sweaty enough.
Yeah. Oh no, you got to do a little trim action.
Yeah.
I have a lot of hair in my armpits. I'm a hairy man.
You are much hairier than I am.
Yeah. No one can tell by the look of my.
We both have blonde stuff. But I'm basically just a big ball of peach fuzz.
Yeah, I got those blonde hairy legs where you can't tell if it's blonde or not.
Yeah.
Until you're in the midst of the hair. You go touch my leg, like, ooh, look at that freshly shaven leg, and then once you touch, you realize it's blonde.
It's blonde.
It's blonde hair. He's got hair in his leg.
Yeah, it's gross.
Don't touch it. Don't touch his leg.
It's absolutely disgusting. You know what's weird is how in the past, like, when did the thing happen where it was just like, yeah, women are hairless? When did that happen?
Dude, these are things like there needs to be a show. Like I want like some type of history TV show that talks about like I was reading. I got down a whole rabbit hole on Instagram of the invention of the toilet.
Okay.
So I saw a picture where it's basically like the first toilets. The guy who invented the toilet was the Queen of England's grandson, and he made
smart guy.
He basically made the modern toilet first try. Boom.
I was gonna say we haven't really improved the toilet,
but for 250 years they were like literally he made it perfect, done. No one used it. Instead they built these like basically you shit in like a tower, where underneath the toilet is like a long hole. Like a hole, like a vent almost. So it just drops down 50 feet, and then there's a guy down there who every now and then comes in and shovels it out. And I was like, honestly...
Not a bad solution.
Okay,
It's far enough that you really can't smell it that much, and as long as it is cleaned regularly, it works.
Exactly. The crazy part was, and the reason I got down the rabbit hole, was they were like, many people have died on the toilet because knights used to do like nighttime raids, sneaking through the shitter pipe. I don't know what I'm supposed to be calling this. Shitter... Whatever's underneath the shitter, that little hall. It's not a hallway. What do you call like a?
I'm so confused.
You know what I'm talking about? The drop. What do you the drop from when you shit until it goes to the bottom? That little
the tube, the piping.
The tube, but it's not a tube. It's like a big.
What are you talking about?
like a vent. I'm really blanking on this.
I feel like a pipe or a tube or something,
but it's not a pipe because it's big. Like a man could crawl up it. So like knights used to sneak in and crawl up through. The sewer thing.
A Shawshank Redemption attack.
King Edward I, I don't know when he was chilling, but he was killed, taking a shit, and knights came up, stabbed him in the anus.
Absolute nightmare.
Stabbed him in the anus. So can you imagine ever taking a shit in peace, knowing there might be knights below who are going to stick a sword up the only hole that they see, which is the toilet and mine?
The two most irrational fears you have as a kid and still as an adult is getting in the swimming pool and there being a great white shark in there, or just any sort of shark in there, which as a pool cleaner... I can tell you right now, as a pool boy, I can tell you right now, there's no way they could survive in chlorine. I mean, freshwater alone.
We can't even get a great white shark in an aquarium.
Yeah, but who's to say? Who's to say that they couldn't be in grandma's 10-foot by 10-foot pool?
Yeah.
The other greatest fear is that there's a snake coming out of the toilet.
Every now and then you read a story that happens.
And that one is actually not an irrational fear. Because I've seen pictures and I'm like, what the fucking fuck?
Yeah. I don't know how easy it is for shit to get up the toilet into it doesn't seem very hard. Like I think a flush is a good deterrent. Like a flush will send the current, so you got to fight against the current. You don't go to the bathroom for a couple hours. You got a climber who decides to take his chance.
You know what I love is when you read like Q-tip stuff when they're like, whatever you do, don't flush this down the toilet. And it's like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, what the fuck are we?
Of course I'm going to flush this down the toilet.
Yeah, come on.
I don't want to look at my earwax.
Yeah, I don't want to look at my earwax because there's a lot of it.
Yeah.
I'm always shocked when I use the thing.
I'm not shocked because I clean them regularly.
Yeah. Also, you know the earwax, Q-tips, they're like, don't actually stick it in your ear. It's like, well, that's where the fucking wax is.
No, that's just what.
How are you supposed to do the wax?
That is a myth by Big Q-tip.
Yeah, Big Q-tip try to get you to use more Q-tips.
It's Big Q-tip basically, and it's like it's them. It's legal. It's them trying to protect their ass because a few fucking idiots, put their Q-tip too far and they like poked their brain.
Every now and then as a kid you hear a story where it's like he stuck a pencil up his nose and got stuck.
Yeah.
I wasn't ever sticking shit up my nose.
Also, how there are certain points as somebody who's had a COVID test, there are different levels of the nose. Unless that kid literally like stuck a pencil, like taped it to the desk and then just shoved his nose down.
Yeah.
Like there are stopping
You're hitting
points.
So many blocks. Like you're hitting so many don't go furthers.
You're hitting so many points where you're like, this is incredibly painful.
Yeah.
So for that to happen, there's just no way that would happen. There's just no way.
There's just no way that would happen.
There's just no way that would. I don't believe any of that. But the Q-tip one, like I can see somebody do it. Because every now and then, like I'll be like, ooh, that's a little bit too far. That I think it's just like it's them covering their ass, and that way when somebody does that and they sue Q-tips and they're like, look, it's on the packaging, not for years, and it's like they know it's for years.
What does the Q and Q-tip stand for?
Quality. I have no idea. I have no idea.
Right? That's a good one. This is another. What was the original history thing we were talking about?
Toilets.
No, before that, I got on the toilet segue after you asked the question. It might be gone.
It might be gone. Let us know in the chat if you remember.
If you remember. Because I would like some type of history, like Drunk History kind of does that. The kind of
somebody said Adam
stories.
Ruins everything does it, but here's what Adam also ruins.
Everything he does. Yeah, everything he does.
I hate that show.
Yeah. I hate the name. I don't even know anything about the show. Adam ruins everything.
He's just such a smart ass.
Shut the fuck up. Yeah.
Like you could, if it's...
There's nothing in the world worse to me than being a smart ass.
If you Google or search in a dictionary... Oh, shaving for women. Thank you, Michaela. She's literally in the room. Thank you.
Shaving for women. Yeah, I wonder when... I assume it was a good long while ago, but at the same time...
That's the type of thing where it's like...
I could see it being like, it was the 60s.
Well, it's like they also said that like 100 years ago or like 80 years ago, whatever it was, pink actually used to be the boy color and blue used to be the girl color.
I would never buy that.
And it's like...
I just disagree.
I disagree too, because it's like, dude, pink's for chicks.
It is. Like, it's just not... It is.
Pink is
like, and there's no way the whole fucking world all of a sudden shifted that. You don't shift something like that.
No.
You know?
Everybody was in agreement. It's like pink is for chicks.
Yeah.
You know why? Because it's the color of vagina. Blue is for boys because it's blue boy. Word sounds similar.
Alliteration.
That's why they decided that.
Yeah, and it's light blue specifically.
Yes.
Because
and then as you get older, you become more of like a navy.
Yeah.
Because it's like you're a man. But women stay pink. Women can choose pink, yellow. Pink and yellow. That's what the Power Rangers.
Purple is for the gays, right?
Purple is for the homosexuals.
And they have the rainbow as well.
Well, they have all the colors. At a certain
point, it gets unfair.
At a certain point, they have all the colors.
Yeah.
They have a combination of every color. The gays have it. If you're straight, you get black and white.
You know, it's funny. I was thinking like people want to cancel everything now. And did we talk about last week? I don't think we talked about this.
Interesting.
What?
Well, a couple things. One, Elena says that, Jack, you were right. The Q in Q-tip stands for quality. Wow. Fucking Brian Scalabrini from 3.
Good call.
2, GAM640, we got our little researchers on this, said shaving became a fad in the 40s according to Google. So before then, it was just like, is that a man's legs? Is that a woman's legs?
Hair
you can't tell.
Hair on hair.
Yeah.
Makes public bathrooms a lot trickier.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we didn't talk about this last week, I don't believe. And I'm pumped now because I think I forgot. Everyone's trying to cancel everything now, obviously.
Yeah.
I read this article, probably the funniest thing I've ever read in my life. The headline was, "The national anthem needs to go."
Yeah.
And here's what's going to replace it. I love articles where it's like, it didn't say opinion. It didn't say anything. It's like, technically this
Fact.
is news. Like, fact. I don't know. But the suggestion, it was
no
like,
more states.
all these reasons. I didn't read it. All these reasons why the national anthem needs to go. Maybe it does. I don't know.
Yeah.
The solution. And it was like, it didn't even once hint at, we'll consider other things. It was, this is the solution is it Stand By Me by Bill Withers? No, Lean On Me.
Lean On Me, yeah.
Yeah. So they're saying, we'll sing that before every sporting event. We'll sing that before, and they have all these reasons, multiple different artists performing it. It's like a 6-paragraph thing explaining why that should be the next national anthem. And I mean, what the fuck are we talking about? Lean On Me is not going to be, we're not going to sing fucking Bill Withers, whoever the fucking sings that song. I know everyone knows the words. You shouldn't pick a song to be your national anthem just because everyone knows the words. You know, Jack?
So
it also doesn't mention America Once, I don't believe.
It doesn't mention America Once. It's all about, like...
I get it. It's a fun, happy song. So is Happy Birthday.
So is Happy Birthday. So is I Got a Feeling by Black Eyed Peas.
Yeah.
I think... I would say, welcome to the show, The Booze Man. He just joined our squad of idiots. I would say that if we're going to pick a Bill Withers song, I would pick Use Me.
Yeah, gotta use me a little.
Add a
little sex appeal to the anthem. I can get on board with that.
Yeah, I want to spread the news.
Do it. We should have the new song be a song that you can do cocaine to, and it seems natural.
Feel this good getting used. Yeah. Oh, you're gonna keep on using me. And then a long pause. Everybody stands up, and everybody kind of waves during that part. Well, then you use me.
And then everyone does that, and everyone does a big key bump.
Everybody does a bump. Everybody does a quick bump,
and then we're ready to play. We're ready to play football, and we all feel like we're included.
And then the protest is the people being like, dude, he didn't do a bump during the anthem. What's your fucking problem, dude?
Why didn't you take a bump? It was like half a bump.
And you play it twice. You play it in the third quarter or in the seventh inning too, just so wake everybody to the back fucking
and everyone's standing, your hand over your heart.
There's a part at the end of it.
No one would kneel during that. If you just you wouldn't.
Dude, there's a part at the end of the song too where it's like
that was back when the songs used to have when they're recording, we have having people having conversation like they're at a party 10 feet away from the mic. So while you're listening to the song, it sounds like there's also a party going on in the background. You know?
Dude, there's a part of the end of that song too. I'm trying to remember what the fuck it is. I'm gonna look up the lyrics to it. There's a part of the end of the song where he says something 87 times in a row, and it's like if you know the song, you know when it comes back to it. But if you don't, is it that song or is
it? Keep on using you. You gotta use me,
until you use me up. Dude, or maybe it's not that song. Maybe it's another song from Any Given Sunday, where it's fucking what is it, dude?
I don't know.
I know. Keep we'll keep moving, but I think Bill Withers just passed away too.
You gotta use me. Maybe that's why people were suggesting it, but I think we can do better.
Ain't No Sunshine.
Oh yeah.
Ain't No Sunshine.
Anything but Lean on Me in the Bill Withers catalog, I'm in. Just the two of us. These are all great songs, but Lean on Me is just too. I've heard that song so many times. It's like, how many talent shows are you going to go to where someone doesn't have a talent, so they sing Lean on Me?
Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. That's how.
That's a song that has some good covers.
No, this is it, right? He goes, and I know. They ain't gonna keep an old thing alone, but ain't no sunshine. Dude, have that be the national anthem.
I'm in for that one.
Add the key bumps.
Yeah.
And
you gotta use me.
Nobody's
play ball.
And then
play ball.
And you know what? It works for.
Yeah.
It works for, and I'm going to address, Elena just said a really good thing too. Also, the anthem by Good Charlotte. We got a lot of good recs in here. The anthem by Good Charlotte would be really good.
This is the anthem, throw all your hands up.
Yeah.
I mean, anything punk rock, I'm into stand up.
Just like you.
I'll stand up. I mean, I think we got to pass it by the troops. We got to pass it by some people first. But as long as people sign off, I think more punk rock, the better, probably.
Mikey's and their dog's barking right now. It's a little dog. It's scared me. Anyway, no, but I think it works for both sides of the equation, because for the people who want the anthem changed, it's great. And then for the people who don't want the anthem changed, who are very patriotic and want to get rid of the kneeling, dude, you play Use Me by Bill Withers, you can't sit still.
No, you can't.
You do a key bump in the middle of it.
I dare you to sit still after a couple key bumps listening to Bill Withers.
I do, literally, that's the next YouTube challenge.
Yeah.
Just show people doing a bunch of
if cocaine
sugar.
was legal, YouTube would be so much more interesting.
Oh my God.
If cocaine was legal, reality TV, I mean, the amount of things that would just be so much more interesting.
Legalize it.
Legalize it so we can do cocaine challenge videos.
Legalize crack cocaine.
Yeah, we'll keep it safe. We'll have a dealer on hand. He knows how much people should be taking.
Elena had an idea. What if we change it to Fight for Your Right by Beastie Boys? I'm going to say no, but I will say Sabotage.
Right. Yeah. Sabotage.
Just start with a that is the closest I've ever come. That's the most dangerous thing I've ever done. I was on my Ruckus. It was like a Vespa on my Ruckus. Got my headphones in. It's nighttime and I'm driving home from work in the winter. I'm riding home from work in the wintertime, and that puppy gets up to 35 miles an hour. But if you're going downhill, I mean, you're going 35 plus whatever, however long and steep that hill is. You can get up to 70. And Sabotage came on, and I mean, I was weaving in and out, pedal to the metal, flying down this road just because it was you can't not.
Not a lot of people have seen or talk about the third Star Trek movie, Star Trek
Into Darkness.
No, Into Darkness is 2, I believe.
Wrath of Khan.
There's a third one.
Believe. It's something like that.
Something like Believe.
Yeah. Star Trek
Beyond. It might just be Beyond. Is it Star Trek Beyond? I don't know. But whichever one that is, it ends, one of the last scenes, they're like, there's the only way to affect the drone signaling, because they're a hive mind, is noise to, upset the frequency.
We gotta.
They're like, we need to play something really loud. What do you have in mind? And then Chris Pine is like, I got an idea. And then all of a sudden you hear sabotage. And then they all start, I mean, what a scene.
Yeah.
Anyways, what a scene. But my original point was, everyone's trying to cancel everything, including the American flag, which I think it's a good looking flag.
But, I think it's a handsome flag.
I was like, okay, replacement, just a rainbow. It's everybody included. And then I was like, nah, because the gays have it. Which again, that's why we shouldn't do it. But you can't, we can't have that be the gay flag and the country flag. We got to kind of.
It's like
maybe it's like there's a rainbow in the corner.
Japan,
and then we have,
Japan already did it where it's like, is that the Japanese flag or is that like the record button?
Yes.
And it's like you don't want to.
Having said that, I kind of love it. What's your favorite flag?
My favorite flag? Well,
I think England's bullshit.
Let me look at
England is a little cool though.
I think I
don't really know. It's kind of an illusion. You know what I mean? The British flag is kind of like.
Well, what's great?
A lot of T's. Is there an X in there?
What I like about the British flag is that what do you call that? The Union Jack? Is that the Union Jack?
I think it's the Union Jack.
The Union Jack. What I like about that is it's out in like every country because they colonized the entire world.
Yeah.
So like Australia's like, just so
slightly
you know,
off.
We are also part of the Queen's England.
We used to be part of whatever. I
love Ireland's flag.
I think a good flag, you need to be able to draw it with a set of crayons.
Oh, you know what the best?
You know what I mean?
You know actually the best flag is Canada.
Oh, with the maple leaf,
dude. Canada's flag is like, I would wear that. I would wear.
Canadian flag's pretty cool.
If they sold merch, I would buy. I mean, they do, but I would buy Canadian merch. I don't buy it because I'm not like I'm American.
Yeah, I'm American. But you got to be like, Canada's pretty good because it has to be simple enough that you can like draw. Like I remember like at like basketball practice as a kid, you like whatever elementary school gym we used to play in, they had like all the wall was just all the flags of the world. So as you're like shooting free throws or picking your nose, you're looking at the flags, and it's always like couple colors,
yeah.
Japan, and then there's one that's like a bunch of swords and maybe some writing in another language. I don't really know what that is. And I always said like just a little too busy. I can draw an American flag easily.
What's this? I'm gonna go to our browser.
I like the Korea flag a ton. You got the red and blue yin yang, and then a couple, I assume, Korean symbols going around.
That is a really cool flag.
That's a cool one.
I am not gonna lie. I thought that was the flag for karate.
I did as well.
I was unaware that was the Korean flag.
I did as well. But
let me get this.
Germany's too close to Belgium. Ireland's good. At a certain point, though, like I think the Stars and Stripes are pretty decent.
Let me click on this bad boy. So here's, I don't know what this flag is. Maybe somebody in the chat can tell us.
What is it?
What's this flag? I really like this flag.
I guess everything's Finland.
I would say it's definitely a Norwegian.
It's a blue T with a bigger white T around it, and then there's red filling out the rest of it.
Germany's is a little bit too harsh. Black, red, and yellow.
Way too harsh. It's Belgium, same colors. It's too harsh.
It's bold to have black as one of your team colors.
Yeah, it's like when the Nazis had skulls and all their shit.
And it was like, And
you guys are the good guys? You guys think you're still the...
Man, I'm fucking this up with the
display.
display.
You're like pirates, and you guys are the good. I don't know. I don't think it's.
You're the bad guys if you're doing that stuff.
Figure it out.
Let me see if anybody in the chat told us. Denmark, handsome flag. Denmark.
Yeah,
my favorite one, I'd say, probably one of my favorite ones might be Jamaica.
Which one's Jamaica?
Jamaican McCrazy.
Do they have like a palm tree? Oh no, Jamaica's the black, green, and yellow. And how could I forget? Cool Runnings.
And I'm going against what I just said, which is having black as.
But you got the
color.
green and yellow. You got the A's colors. Green and yellow should be more.
Yeah.
Best uniforms in college football, Oregon. Best uniforms in baseball, the A's. And then you're like Supersonics, fantastic. I know they're not a team anymore, but anytime they try those color schemes, it works.
I'm trying to think who else.
It works.
Minnesota Wild, kinda.
Kind of though.
Yeah. Maybe somebody's saying it's Norway.
Maybe Norway.
There's a debate in the chat if it's Norway or Denmark.
I'm not a huge geography guy, which was.
That's not my thing.
I was always terrible. The geography bee when you were in middle school was such bullshit.
Yeah.
Because there'd be some kids would get like, what's the capital of Wyoming? It's like, I still don't really know that, but that's at least in my territory. And then
Cheyenne.
The next question would be like, what country is the second, biggest producer of coal? It's like, I'm in 5th grade. I don't even know what coal.
Russia.
I associate coal with Christmas still. I never, you know what I mean? I wasn't thinking about energy.
Honestly, Santa makes the most coal.
Yeah, so who's number 2 to Santa?
Well, it
Probably
really depends.
The US. We're really good.
You wonder if there's a movie out there that's about the world hitting some sort of energy crisis, and it's a Christmas movie, and everybody teams together and just does a ton of sinning and terrible things.
Doing a lot of bad stuff.
Because they know that Santa can only produce coal if there are lots of bad little boys and girls out there.
Yeah.
And so it becomes sort of an industry of like, we're terrible people, and it fuels the world. Because Santa provides us
universal energy. There's like it's the movie starts with a boardroom meeting of like the suits in Washington.
We finally
and there's like some like real charismatic and kind of like rogue. He's a scientist, but he doesn't wear a tie, and he's running the meeting. And they're like, "Who is this?"
Yeah,
and he's like, "Let me give you an idea, gentlemen.
Yeah, it's
universal energy.
First off, you're fired.
Yeah,
you kick somebody out.
Where do you think we need to go? Mars? No, right here, the North Pole.
It's
that
could be a really good sketch. Actually, we should make that sketch.
All right, you want to talk about the pod?
Yeah.
Let's get talking about the pod. Kanye West went crazy this week. Kanye went crazy, and everyone was surprised.
But also,
that the guy who goes crazy every couple of months went nuts.
He didn't get crazy. He got crazy in kind of like a shit way.
Everyone's like sad about it, and everyone's talking about, hey, it's mental health issues. Oh, we forgot to fucking hang the background thing.
Yeah, we did. That's
okay. Fuck.
If you're listening,
we're supposed to have
resume
a thing behind. Anyways, everyone started making fun of Kanye on Twitter, and then all these celebs, hey, mental health is a serious issue. Don't make fun of the guy for it. I totally get it. Mental health is a very serious issue. Kanye West, you're one of the most famous people in the world. You say you're running for president. Mm-hmm. You go to South Carolina and have a rally. We're allowed to make fun of you. You signed up for this shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kim Kardashian. What the fuck did you expect? You thought this was going to go well?
She's actually.
You thought this was going to go well?
She's actually, and I'm Team Kim. She's actually been very good because she's
been silent.
No, wasn't silent.
Yeah, she was.
No, she wasn't after that. He went on his rant where he was saying all this terrible stuff about Kanye or he was saying all this terrible stuff about his wife and
she cheated on Meek Mill, trying to put him in the hospital.
She's cheating on him.
She's lies.
Going to put their kids in Playboy. All these crazy things. She then basically responded, and you'd expect her to respond with being like, none of that's true. We're divorcing each other. But
I'll give you 10-1 odds one of their kids does Playboy.
I'll give you, dude. Of course
they're doing Playboy.
Yeah, that's
right. So not a crazy thought by Kanye to say
it's a family business, and good on them, Henry. Good on them.
I guess
it's empowering. I don't know if they have.
They're not even doing Playboy anymore. They'll still find a way to get in.
They'll still find a way to get in there, bad boy. But she basically was like, look, bipolar disorder is like a real thing, and I respect it. I respect she stood by her man. He
came out and apologized for all of it today.
He was clearly he was like going through manic depressive disorder. He clearly was very manic when he decided to run for president for the 8th time.
For sure.
And then he was clearly very depressive when that was happening.
100%.
So it's kind of the type of thing where it's like, you don't want to take anything away from him. He's an adult. He's famous. He's made a ton of money off of all this thing. But it's like, we know what it is.
You got to do something.
Maybe as Twitter, we should all be like, let's all just not look. He's having an episode.
Yeah, it's just not going to happen. Like,
that's just not going to happen.
Outside of his ranch, like watching, he's just like driving on an ATV. Like an ambulance comes, then he's like, nah, and drives an ATV to the hospital.
Yeah,
it's nuts. And again, I feel bad for making fun of it, but you're Kanye West.
It's Kanye West.
I gotta, this is free territory. He's in my mind.
He's yeah.
You got 50 names. You're married to Kim Kardashian.
He's yeah.
What it is. So the campaign rally did not go well.
No.
It's not good. I think he was booed.
Still is my vote.
Took a hot take at taking shots at Harriet Tubman.
Yes.
You don't hear a lot of Harriet Tubman shots. I don't know if I've ever heard anyone roast Harriet Tubman the way he did.
Not gonna lie, made me question it though. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, maybe he's right. All the time. Well, it's like, maybe he knows something.
He also was wearing a bulletproof vest, and people were making fun of him for that. And I totally get it.
I totally get that.
Totally get it.
Yeah, are you kidding me? He's Kanye West and he's running for president. I'm for sure people who are gonna.
I doubt security was heavy at the rally. Of course, we wear bulletproof vests.
Yeah, you know what I love are like celebrities. My favorite thing with security are like the guys who were security for like Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah,
I'm gonna pull those guys up.
They have to be massive. You have to be like 6'9". All you have to do is that at a certain point of being security. If you're tall enough and you're heavy enough, no one can move you.
At a certain point, it's just fat guys.
So you just got to get in the way.
Yeah.
Just kind of make a human wall. It's not like none of these guys are being attacked by like assassins,
No.
Like no one's coming at Floyd Mayweather with like a team. Like in movies, you have like these guys who are doing MMA beating up security guards. It's never going to happen.
No.
Or at least it hasn't happened yet. So for the most part, you just got to be big enough that it's like. Here's a question for you. Huge guys, the mountain.
Yeah.
If I punch the mountain in the face as hard as I can,
does he feel it?
I know it's like, well, he doesn't really feel it. Why? Your face is your face. You're not working out your face. You know what I mean? I get if it's like you have sick abs and I punch you in your abs. Mm-hmm. It's not going to hurt as bad as if you punch me in my lack of abs. Mm-hmm. But a face is a face. Am I wrong?
A face is a face, no matter the place.
You know what I mean? Like if you're bigger, do you have like a stronger jaw?
Yeah, I mean, I assume so.
Just because there's more weight in there?
Well, he's also just eating so much food. I think there's just more cushion between. All right, I'm going to pull up. Look at these corn-fed boys right here. I'm going to pull up. Look at these dudes. Okay, these are
You're 6'6" plus, wearing a black hoodie up, and you have a belly, and you kind of got man boobs.
These guys look straight out of Nebraska. It's
all offensive linemen.
That in the middle right here, guys. The guy in the middle, that's Floyd Mayweather. He's the greatest pound-for-pound boxer, maybe in history. Who protects the greatest fighter in history? I'll tell you who. A bunch of dudes that look like they are doing a lot of meth on the couch.
Yeah, I'm sure they are.
A bunch of guys that like...
A lot easier to pay your bodyguards in meth than actual cash.
I mean, these guys... This guy right here, the guy on the right, he's chronically obese. He's morbidly obese right there.
That's what you need. Sometimes you have security guards that are riding scooters around.
His forearms are the size of the greatest pound-for-pound boxers.
He's tiny.
Legs.
Floyd Mayweather is like 5'6".
Yeah, but you don't say that because then it kind of takes it away a little bit. I mean, it's just that's crazy, and they have huge black sweatshirts on. I mean, those are like quadruple XLs.
Yeah, I don't ever get how those guys aren't sweating constantly. I'm always sweating.
They are, but it's a part of the game, man.
I guess it is part of the game.
Yeah.
You got to stay loose. You got to stay slippery. Mm-hmm. The more you sweat, the wetter you are, the slipperier you are.
That's true.
Speaking of security, Ellen DeGeneres and what's her name? Her wife's name? Portia something? Portia de la Rossi or something.
Portia de la Rossi.
Their super mansion, giant mansion place was robbed.
What?
While they were at home. A guy came in, snuck around, stole some stuff, and they didn't even notice he was there. Which makes me question, did you get robbed at all or maybe lose something?
Or maybe your house is too big.
Right?
I don't feel bad for anybody whose house is so large.
You can't hear someone robbing.
Now, when they get robbed while they're there and they don't notice the person's presence.
Maybe get a smaller, maybe get a...
I'm aware of every square inch of this house.
Well, we have those doors that every time a door closes, every single door in the house also closes.
Yeah.
I don't know the science or the engineering behind that, but we close our front door and I hear my door close. It's like, what? Are the doors connected?
Also, Mikey closes the door like he's furious.
It always seems like everyone slams the door.
No, dude, don't defend Mikey.
I'm going to start recording everyone closing our door.
I close it like a gentleman. I close it and it's like,
we'll see what the tape says.
Wait, did he leave? I can't tell.
We'll see what the tape says. But their house got robbed, and so the next day they put in like the most insane, multi-million-dollar security system ever. Mm-hmm. So I was just wondering, if you were robbed and you had a lot of money, what would your security system be?
I can tell you exactly what it would be. Have you seen the movie Ocean's 13? I
have.
I would go for what's the name of the thing in Ocean's 13?
The Greco.
It's the Greco. I mean, short of a natural disaster, I mean, what's the one he says that I can do a perfect impression of? A magnetron.
Short of a bloody magnetron.
I mean, short of a bloody magnetron. You do know what a magnetron is. I'm sorry, because
it's impossible.
I'm sorry. I just feel like we should be more upset because we're screwed.
I feel like it was good. It was good. Eddie Izzard.
I
feel like the solution for security is always dogs.
Yes.
Get 15 dogs. Get a handler, trainer guy. Mm-hmm. Maybe have him be nocturnal. Maybe have the guy that watches the dogs who are guarding you at night. Mm-hmm. I guess during the day too. Maybe get two guys to watch the dogs. One guy's a daytime guy. One time's a nighttime guy. Mm-hmm. I want a guy awake in my yard overlooking these attack dogs at all times, at all hours.
Is it legal for me to get a service dog? Can I get a dog for a blind person? Because those are like the best. Those are the best of the best. Those
it's going to cost you a couple bucks.
Those are the Navy SEAL of dogs.
Yeah, I know they're great.
I would love a dog where it's like
Yeah, you get a bunch of seeing eye dogs that are also military training.
Yes.
Maybe you put like the metal fangs in them.
I was about to say that.
The metal fangs, yeah.
Maybe put on like those doggy life jackets just in case there's a water situation.
Yeah.
And, you name them all names that rhyme and you train them and they're just your homies. I mean, because those dogs, the seeing eye dogs, it's crazy. It's like they dial 911.
Oh, yeah. No, they'll give you CPR.
They will. If there's a car coming like in a distance and you're walking across the street, they'll like pull you.
Say, look out!
They'll say, look out!
They can give you the Heimlich. These dogs. They can literally get behind you, and if you're ever choking,
they'll get the thing out of you.
You're not choking anymore.
Yeah.
But I immediately think you gotta go dogs. You gotta have some type of you press a button and all of the all of a sudden every door and window is covered by like a purge defense, like from the movie The Purge, where like all of a sudden you're in like a metal box. And then I think you need a sick ass escape room.
Escape room, yeah.
Sick escape room.
Yeah. We need to pimp out the escape room
that maybe has a slide that goes into it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like you just like open a little cabinet because it has to be a secret door. You need way more secret doors. If you're wealthy, have at least 3 or 4 secret doors.
Everything should be a door to some extent.
I think since the Epstein thing, everyone's like, there's going to be less secret doors.
Why?
Because if you see a secret door in the house, you're going to think like, what's he doing there?
That's no reason to get rid of the secret door.
I was thinking about having one put in. So Epstein and said no.
Clearly it's not secret enough.
No.
I mean, everything, like we were talking today, I was talking to Michaela today, I would love it to get to the point, I love windows, but obviously want privacy. I would love to get to the point where like when I want to, my entire wall is a window and then I can like think and it's a wall.
It becomes dark. I would want that, and then as you're waking up like in the morning, it slowly but surely starts letting light in.
Let's light in.
Yeah.
There's nothing better than waking up and it's to a like kind of a dawn.
Yes.
Waking up at dawn, it's so satisfying.
Yeah.
I also, this technology exists, but my theory with sleeping, because you sleep better when it's cold, you wake up better when it's warm. It's hard to wake up when it's really cold.
I feel like when I wake up when it's warm, it fucking sucks. Oh, just like easier of getting,
it's easier to get up.
Okay.
So I want to have a system where when I go to bed, it's 60 degrees, and then it's, probably at dawn, as the sun starts to rise, the temperature in the room just slowly increases until it's like 82.
I think that's if you're a witch person, I think that's an easy request. I think that's an easy installment.
Let's get that to happen.
We'll get that kind of money.
Yeah.
Got to get that money.
Get that moolah, baby.
What else we got going on? Tom Cruise is officially going to shoot a movie in space.
In space? Wait, about space or?
In outer space.
He's going to do it. Mm-hmm. I thought it was just he was shooting a space movie.
No, he's shooting a movie. The part of the filming is going to take place in outer space.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
It makes sense that he's the first one.
He has to be the first one.
It doesn't make sense that James Cameron's not doing it.
Shocking James Cameron's not doing it.
That seems like a real JC move.
Yeah. He'll do a movie at the bottom of the ocean. It'll be really dark so you can't see anything. It'll be a terrible movie.
Terrible lighting.
It'll be an awful movie.
Which makes the quality
Here's
lower.
my thought on the space movie thing. Is it worth it? Is it going to be any better? In my mind, it's going to be like way worse. When you make a movie like Interstellar and we got to let the computers do all like the window shots, you see what you want to see. You see America passing by. You look out the window, you see Florida, and you see the coast coming by. This movie, we're going to be looking, it's going to be the middle of the Atlantic. It's going to be pitch black. Like I feel like an actual picture of the Earth from outer space looks so much worse than like a CGI.
God forbid there's a tech error in space.
Well, that's the thing also, how many people are you sending a crew up there?
They have to.
How? You're sending an entire film crew to space? It's a big deal to go to space.
Although Cruise rolls alone, everybody knows this.
Like I think they might send crews up with like 2 astronauts and be like, we put cameras in the thing, maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a big risk. Imagine if Tom Cruise fucking dies in space.
That's exactly how Tom Cruise wants to go. I can guarantee you that.
He might just pull the plug on it when he gets up there, and then as he's dying, say, "Save the footage, make the movie."
Yeah, he said, "Make the movie, make the picture."
And then so you watch Tom Cruise actually die.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's ever happened in a movie. Like,
that definitely has. I feel like that's a very there's like that movie.
Make the movie.
Like Ben-Hur or the 10 Commandments or something where it's like, yeah, see that scene? 10 people died during that scene. In fact, the Howard Hughes?
Yeah.
His, the movie he made.
The war movie?
The war movie where it was like this epic movie. He spent like $4 million back when that was like $8 trillion on the movie, and especially on this one scene.
On the picture.
I think like 10 pilots died shooting that scene because he basically just recreated like an insane,
like a real dogfight.
A real dogfight. And it was like, well, if you do that in these planes, like, and he was in one of the planes, like, God, The Aviator is such a good movie. We should watch The Aviator.
Sick movie. Tom Cruise has also been getting a lot of hate this week because this is classic. I don't want to say fake news, but it's classic fake news, Jack. Thandie Newton. What a name.
From Westworld.
She's Maya? May?
She's a whore.
She plays the whore in Westworld, but she's a robot. She was in Mission Impossible 2, if you remember correctly.
Yes, I do. And
she came out and was basically like, she didn't quite say, people made it sound like she was really complaining. She wasn't. She was just talking about Mission Impossible 2. Mm-hmm. She was kind of complaining that she wasn't asked to do another, but she wasn't blaming it on anything. Basically, I read a headline being like, Leah Remini, who's from The King of Queens, who's a very anti-Scientology person. I think everyone is, but she's very active about it. Former Scientologist person. She's like, what's her name? I just said her name.
Thandie.
No, the other chick.
Leah Remini.
Leah Remini says like Thandie Newton extremely brave for calling out Tom Cruise. So I'm like, wow, people are going at Tommy again. Not at all. So what happened basically was Thandie Newton was doing an interview being like, Tom Cruise is scary. And so it's like, oh shit. She was like, he didn't do anything to me. He was incredibly nice and great the whole time. Mm-hmm. He put so much pressure on himself. He clearly so stressed out the entire time.
So it's
scary.
One of those. What's
I was like, come on!
It's
you
a compliment.
He sounded like he was touching you or something. He's a really nice guy. She's like, the experience was great. He was great.
No, he just takes his craft so seriously.
Yes, you can't read these headlines.
It's horrifying how seriously he takes his craft.
It's Tom Cruise. My relationship with Tom Cruise is tough because I love him.
Yeah.
And then you read, he hasn't seen his daughter in 7 years.
He hasn't?
No.
He
chooses not to. Yeah.
He chooses not.
He chooses not to.
It's a conscious
and you're like,
choice.
Ugh. That's rough. And like,
and you see Top Gun 2's coming out.
And you see Top Gun 2 and you're like, he does it again. Tommy does it again. And then you hear he's going to space and you're like, fuck yeah, Tom. And then you read like, nah, man. Like,
and then you see the trailer
for Top like grooms people to be his girlfriend.
You see the trailer for Top Gun 2 and you're like, sorry, Suri.
Yeah.
You know?
You're like, Suri.
But this is a really good movie. Miles Teller's in it.
I'm really pumped. If you couldn't see it because he was, making the movie, I kind of think it's okay, but obviously it's not okay.
Oh, I like that. Elena says the people that are going at Tom Cruise lost that love and feeling.
See, like,
Top Gun reference.
We talked about this in the pod before. Tom Cruise, there were like 50 stories of people being like, Tom Cruise fucking saved me from drowning. Yeah. And then he left without even like saying he was Tom Cruise.
It didn't matter.
Like he's like a real life superhero, but at the same time being a real life villain.
Yeah.
He's like a weird, like he's a real anti-hero.
He's a complex.
He's a real anti-hero.
He's like Batman. Like Batman doesn't do everything.
No.
You think that if in the current climate, do you think people will be protesting the Batman because he's a billionaire?
100%.
Right?
100%.
Like they'd be like, he's doing something.
Batman would have got canceled. He would have stopped the Joker. We would have had like a good year or two. Things seemed pretty nice, and then he's canceled.
Team Batman, and then all of a sudden it's like, give us your money.
Yeah, give us where are you getting these gadgets?
What a evil human for having
Batman. It should have been a bigger part of the movie. Like every superhero movie, it ends up being like the government doesn't want you to go unchecked.
Yeah, well, the theme of comic books is big government.
Big government is a big theme.
They are very. I don't know if they're anti, but they.
What do they want to weaponize?
They take place in a world where the federal government is very, very much very controlling.
Yeah, maybe it is, but I forgot what I was going to say.
Do you want to go over? we asked people to tweet us.
We asked people to ask us questions. We got a couple basically the same thing, talk about baseball, and then there was one that someone asked us to talk about TikTok that I believe they deleted because I no longer see it.
No, they messaged us.
Oh, they messaged us.
That was Alyssa. So we'll do TikTok after this, or we'll talk about TikTok in a second. But first, we'll talk about the baseball ones really quick. You guys can always tweet at us, DM us stuff you want to talk about. Want us to talk about on the podcast. I'm still trying to figure out how to make it a thing so that you guys can just sort of submit while we're doing it. Like, hey, talk about this, you idiots. Let me see what the fucking thing is. It is first one from Gams. You guys should put together a Spotify. This was more of a comment, I think. You guys should put together a Spotify playlist interested in what kind of music we're dancing with.
Be careful what you wish for.
Yeah. What kind of music? What would you say if somebody's like, "What's your favorite type of music?" What would you say?
60s all black, all female groups.
I would say that your music is music that I feel like you're listening to get a rise out of me. I feel like you listen to music like
you don't like the Chantels.
I love the Chantels, Henry. I love the Chantels, but I feel like
I like older music. I like
you like music that
makes you feel good. I like music that you hear in movies. You like not like soundtracks, but like
you like music that like Quentin Tarantino would put in a movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but
I don't think a lot of people like that music though, so that's why I don't really.
I think
you always ask me what's your favorite band?
I think you like it.
Coldplay? I don't know.
I think you like it because people don't like it. I think
but people don't not like it because clearly some people like it. It's just it's unappreciated.
You like music where I have to say like, what instrument could that possibly be?
I like to do work to opera to.
You listened to the Russian choir for a while.
Yeah. It wasn't a Russian choir.
What was it?
It was German. It's Bach. It's Beethoven. It's Mozart. It's German.
Henry is difficult. Is what it is.
Jack likes scream metal.
Yeah.
And
I'd say punk rock is my favorite genre.
Yeah.
I also like
in
music.
another world, Jack's an emo kid.
Oh, dude, I would have been an emo kid if I had like acne and was not really cool.
Newsflash: Jack didn't have acne.
No, I didn't. I didn't have braces either. I was born awesome. No, I love emo. I love like Taking Back Sunday.
Yeah.
I love Taking Back Sunday.
We almost had Taking Back Sunday on my show. They wanted to be on my show.
I love AFI. I love All American Rejects. I love Sum 41, even though they're not really the student.
You say AFI?
Yeah.
Don't they do 2112?
Yeah.
Song sick.
They also do Miss Murder. They're dope. I love Good Charlotte. I love Simple Plan. I love that whole scene. I also love I love grunge music, and I love like post grunge. Like you throw in Switchfoot, I'm not gonna be upset about it. But I also have a little bit more diversity than I can, I know every word to every Pearl Jam song.
And we also like Lizzo,
And we also like Lizzo.
We're fun. Megan Thee Stallion.
Megan Thee Stallion, of course. I listen to, when I'm able to exercise, when the gyms are open, I know every pop song. When I don't, I've never heard of anything.
Yeah.
And I can't keep track of all the new pop stars' names.
We'll put together a little public playlist called Pool Boy something.
I'm down to do that. I like that idea. Elena asked the expanded playoffs for baseball. Talk about that. So, the expanded playoffs for baseball?
16 teams.
16 teams. So, it's interesting because it kind of changes the strategy.
In my mind, it means this year absolutely nothing.
No matter what, it's like, if we win this year, the season counts. If we don't, the season doesn't count.
With 16 teams, I'm really excited that baseball's back. We've been watching every Nats game, and we will watch every Nats game. And
yeah.
I'm glad that there's sports on TV.
I like the.
It doesn't really whoever wins. What are we talking about?
As a team in a competitive division, I like the expanded playoffs because it gives us, we could come in first, second, or we could win the wild card. Which we did last year, or we could win the wild card and we could still be in the playoffs. I just want to get into the playoffs again because it is such a rush. So I like that. I think this could be interesting, and it could be like
it means more baseball.
It means more baseball. It means more playoff baseball, which is exactly what we want. I think it's not really. It's sort of. I think it's what you needed to do for the fairness of it, where it's like.
It could have been super unfair.
It's a shorter season, so it's like if you don't have a really hot start in the first 2 weeks, you're going to come in, but you're the Yankees or something, you're going to come in second place instead of first, and now you're not in the playoffs, and it's like, well, in 162 games we would have been. So in this way, it's kind of like, ball don't lie. If you were going to win the World Series, you got it.
It's more March Madness-esque now. Everything should be more like March Madness.
Chris Roush also asked 2020 MLB predictions. Obviously, we think the Nats are going to win.
Washington Nationals.
I think when Soto comes back, I think that we are, with the acquisitions, I don't know if Castro plus Thames equals Rendon. It doesn't, but
it comes pretty close.
But we'll see. The Yankees are a scary fucking team. We played them this week.
Rough loss today.
Just with Stanton being back. Him and Judge are horrifying.
Yeah, muscular baseball players are scary.
Yeah. And then somebody asked us to talk about cricket. No, we don't talk about hippie shit. And then Alyssa Bloomberg asked, she DM'd us. She said, okay, please discuss your relationship with TikTok in detail, but also in general brand journey. So for TikTok, we're trying to grow on other platforms.
But we kick ass on TikTok.
But we are by far the biggest on TikTok.
232,000 followers,
yo. Yeah, we got 20,000 in the past 2 days.
People are finally starting to come around. Who are these guys?
So TikTok,
they're funny.
So as far as the platform goes, and I can talk about this forever. So we'll stop. We won't talk about it forever. But as far as the platform goes, TikTok's the perfect platform for us, where it's we always made these short, minute-long sketches. YouTube doesn't like shorter content really, so that's tough. And we're competing with YouTube. It's basically like a phone. It's like your phone now. It's like everything's on YouTube, so it's tough to compete with that. Instagram. The problem with that is they fucking suck and
Instagram blows.
They change what they want.
I'm just done with Instagram.
I don't really use Instagram anymore.
Shit.
It's basically Facebook.
And we're just older now, where it's I don't really care what everyone's doing.
It's just, it's kind of stupid. And it's once you go on TikTok and you go on
once you're on TikTok, you will not leave TikTok because you just scroll and there's just funny shit. You want other funny shit? Keep scrolling.
Whatever you want to see, it's on TikTok.
Anything. And porn, it's on there.
And it learns what you want. And it's you just go to your For You page and you can kind of cultivate just a hilarious For You page. But it's videos. It's exactly the length that we do. And it's the because it's videos, people already have the sound on, which was a big challenge for us with like Instagram, because like
people are watching, looking at pictures, so they're scrolling by. They don't want to.
They're in a public bathroom. They don't want to have videos playing out loud.
And Instagram TV, I'm not going to click keep watching. I'm just not going to do it.
Instagram TV is the dumbest thing in the world. And TikTok is fantastic, and so we've grown a ton on TikTok.
It's the future.
It's our primary platform and shit, but we're also trying to grow elsewhere and stuff, which is why like we're actually posting shit on YouTube, and we're on Twitch now, and we still post on Instagram, but we sort of rebranded that, and we're off Facebook right now, but we're going to get it on Facebook soon. TikTok is definitely I really hope it doesn't get banned.
I don't think it's going to get banned unless we go to war with China. Unless it's like, have you heard? We're at war. Yeah. Like you hear like the bells, like ding, ding, ding. And then you cover the newspapers like, country at war.
I haven't heard the war bells in a while.
Yeah, I think they've been dormant for a little while.
Yeah.
But unless that happens, like unless we're full, young men are volunteering and, $50 to join the airborne, then I don't think.
I already don't think that I would be allowed. I don't think the Army would take me just because of my knee, because my
I don't know what injuries are matter.
The only disability I have is I don't know if I can. I know I can't. I can't really walk more than like 5 miles without having serious arthritis in my knee.
I think you're
marching's a big part of it.
I think you're out, and people are gonna think you're a draft dodger.
Am I
a draft dodger?
I'm 27 now. Am I still drafting age?
I believe so. I think it's 18 to 30. No.
Okay.
I have no idea. Could be 18 to 25 or something like that.
A draft would be hilarious in this day and age, because it wouldn't be just people volunteering. It would be like you're taking the lot, so you'd have every sort of person in there. Like,
dude, if we did a draft,
you'd have meme lords.
But you'd have half the people would be like, no.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
With what's going on today, half the people would be like, no. I'm consciously objecting.
Yeah.
And then more glory for the rest of us.
Yeah.
More glory.
Tons of sweet, sweet glory. But yeah, I feel like there's more to the TikTok answer. I can probably just message you afterwards. But like, TikTok is awesome. I think it's the future of all platforms. That and Twitter. I think Twitter and TikTok are the future, and that's where we are.
TikTok.
Focusing the most. But yeah, let's keep on keep on asking us questions, keep on telling us stuff to talk about. We'll try to do that more in the meat of the podcast, because right now we're fucking exhausted. Henry lost the Emmys, and that took a lot out of us.
It takes a lot to win. It takes even more to lose.
Mm-hmm.
It takes a lot more to lose.
That's deep as fuck, dude.
Yeah. Also, one last thing. Breaking news: Chrissy Teigen may get a second breast reduction surgery. And I can't look anywhere without hearing about it, Jack. And I'm fucking losing my mind.
She wants your breast to be smaller.
I don't care about your boobs, Chrissy. Okay? This isn't a pressing matter to me.
I don't care about you.
All right?
Or John.
Jesus Christ. Shut the fuck up.
You don't like Chrissy Teigen.
I hate her.
A lot of people don't like Chrissy Teigen.
What does she do?
Nothing.
What does she do?
She's a piece of work. That's what she is. She just cooking stuff.
At least she had big boobs before. Now those are gone.
No boobs. No Henry. I love boob guys. I love guys where it's like, it's all about the boobs.
It's all about them titties.
I want triple E's.
The ass thing is a new American thing.
It's America.
That's like 5 years ago. People started being like, how about a big butt? It used to be like an insult to say someone had a fat ass.
Yeah, now it's like,
dude, that ass is fat. Yeah, like that's like wow. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
thank you so much for saying that.
Oh my god, I really appreciate that. That's something.
You really think it's fat?
I'm insecure about it.
Thanks.
So thank you about that so much.
Thanks so much.
Best field player in MLB. I don't know, Rattlesnake 89844. What you're gonna have to
infield player.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a big question. I don't think Chrissy blocked us yet either, but I also think that's it for the pod. Guys, it's been fucking great. We'll see you. Actually, we won't see you next week because we'll be in Virginia. We'll be at the lake, but we'll see you the week after that.
We'll see you the week after. We'll be in Virginia. Any Virginia folk.
We'll be in Virginia.
Yeah.
And we'll be going live a fuck ton. I just don't know if we'll have time to do a podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be good.
Yeah.
Getting a lot of sun. We got a puppy that's now a dog.
All right. Well, we love you guys. And fucking...
One thing left to say.
Kick it!
You don't understand. I ain't scared of you motherfuckers.